Good Sunday morning, YouTube and Facebook. How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good Sunday. And you know what time it is. It's time for us to talk a little sports. Again, you are watching the TFG Sports Media, as well as Kendrick Sports Hustle Sunday morning sports show. We're going to be previewing this week's NFL Week 5 games. Make sure you come in here. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channels if you have not already done so. Those channels are Kendrick Sports Hustle as well as TFG Sports Media. Make sure you comment. Let me know where you're watching from so we can chat a little bit. I'm also live on TikTok. If you haven't followed me on TikTok, you are missing a party. It's going down in the Green Bay Packers chat room / man cave. We already got 10 people in the chat over here on TikTok. So if you haven't followed me there, make sure you follow me on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. So we're going to be talking about this week's NFL Week 5 games. We got a couple of teams on by, but I got to say something real quick to my YouTube and Facebook. My Wi-Fi likes to show out when there's company. So let me tell the Wi-Fi, make sure you come here, you sit down, don't touch a damn thing. Ain't going to be no buffering, no freezing, so we can go ahead and have a clean show. You hear me, Wi-Fi? I think my Wi-Fi is going to act right today. So again, if you're watching me on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I saw I got one like. But, man, don't be hiding in the bushes on YouTube and Facebook. Come on here and comment so I can read your comments. So, again, NFL Week 5. It is going down. Again, right now we got the Browns and the Vikings. They are getting it on in London, England. The Browns are up 17-14 at this moment. And they have a new starting quarterback, by the way, Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, we got the bye. That is correct. We are on the bye. Inbred, I see you. Let's go Cowboys. Cowboys kick off at noon. We're going to talk about them as well. But the Browns are looking pretty good under Gabriel, man. He's 16 for 25, 135 yards and 2 TDs. So the Browns are giving the Vikings everything they can handle over there in London, England. The Seahawks are good this year. I hear you, Owen James. We're going to see. They in that tough NFC West division. It's going to be a dogfight, I think, in that division. But the 49ers right now are the king. Even with all their injuries, they still are the king. Appreciate that gift to Owen James. So let's go ahead and jump right into this thing. Let's talk about the injuries first and foremost. We got to talk about that because there are a slew of them. I got an update for you for my fantasy league players, also for my Raiders fans, just to give you a heads up. Tight end Brock Bowers is ruled out today versus the Colts. He's still having something going on with that knee, but he is out today versus the Colts. That is a noon kickoff as well. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that game too, because there's a other story that's probably taking more of the headlines than the actual Colts and the Raiders game, which the Raiders are visiting the Colts. We're going to talk a little bit about that. My good man, Alex McGee, is watching me over on Facebook. How you doing, brother? I think the Packers might what you say, Alex? Let me pop you. I think the Packers might have needed a bye week, and I don't disagree with you at all on that, Alex. It couldn't have came at a better time, probably, for our Packers. So let's go ahead and get into these injury updates for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with the Baltimore Ravens, man. They are a walking mass unit, just to give you the gist of it. I think 9 players are out today for the Ravens as they host the Houston Texans. You know, the biggest one is Lamar Jackson. Good rising to you, Chris. How you doing? Go Broncos. Another big game going down at noon. Broncos at the Eagles. We're going to see what's up with that. But the Ravens, again, Lamar Jackson is out with a hamstring injury. Most likely he's going to be out a couple of weeks. Linebacker Raquan Smith is out. Cornerback Marlon Humphrey is out. 6 more Ravens are out, man. And, and they are 1-3. The Ravens are not looking real good right now. And the injury bug has definitely hit them where it hurts. Speaking of which, the Ravens without Lamar Jackson under center is 4-10 since he's been a Raven. Again, the Ravens are 1-3, and they got the Texans at home. Chris says, yeah, I don't expect much being that we're in Philly and our offense sputters. That's he's talking about the Broncos. That's a big game too. The Broncos was always one of my sleeper teams in the AFC, and I thought I still think they are. I still think they're going to give the Chiefs a run for their money in that West as well as the Chargers. I do. Would you pick Waller or Andrews? I will go with Andrews, Alyssa, if I were you. Thank you for the gift too. So again, the Ravens at the Texans, that was that injury. Again, Lamar Jackson is out for the next couple of weeks. Let's talk about the Cowboys. 1-2-1 Cowboys are at the New York Jets. They have a host of injuries as well. They are playing, they're doing the Cupid shuffle with their offensive line at this point. Left tackle Tyler Guyton, he's out with a concussion. Left guard Tyler Smith, he's questionable. Most likely he won't play with a knee issue. They already without center Cooper Beebe, who's on IR with a foot injury. He'll be missing his third straight game. Right guard Tyler Booker, first round draft pick out of Alabama, he's out with an ankle injury. His second straight game. Wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is out with that high ankle sprain. Wide receiver Kevontae Turpin is out with the sprained foot. That is the list of Cowboys that's out when they take on the Jets at noon in the Big Apple. So the Cowboys are hurt. Not only that, their starting safety, Malik Hooker, he's out with the toe injury as well. So I see you, 49er. What's happening? You in the house. What's happening? Appreciate that gift too, Drunken God 635. So the Cowboys are dealing with a whole host of injuries. And oh, by the way, Miles Sanders, the running back, he's dealing with a knee and ankle injury. I appreciate that follow, Pete. Thank you. So he's a questionable. He's a game time decision too. So those are just some of the major injuries that's going on, for my fantasy league players. I know you probably already have your lineup set, but this is something to look at on down the line. Appreciate the gift again, Drunken God. Also, I got to talk about the Commanders. They get their starting quarterback back, Jayden Daniels. He will start versus the Chargers today. He missed the last two games with sprained left knee, but they will be missing a wide receiver, Terry McLaurin. He's out with a quad injury, and Noah Brown is out as well with the groin and calf injury. So that's what we're looking at. Chris says, looks like Brown might upset the Vikings. It looks like it's looking that way. I picked the Browns to upset them. I did. What's up, Trey? Good Sunday to you. Appreciate the gift, too. Y'all make sure y'all tap that screen, get them likes up if over on TikTok. So I did pick the Browns to beat the Vikings. And not just because I don't like the Vikings, but mainly the reason why I picked them because I did want to see the Vikings to lose. Let's go ahead and keep it funky. What's up, Trey? Go Pack Go. Yeah, speaking of Go Pack Go, we don't have to go this week. We got to buy. The Falcons, the Bears, and the Steelers have buys as well this week. And I think one of my Alex over on Facebook, he said it best. Our bye week, I think it couldn't have came at a better time for us, because of the Knicks and just of how mediocre we've, especially defensively, how kind of just blase we've played. Maybe we can get Zach Tom healthy, get him back, get Aaron Brooks healthy, get his ankle back, get him back healthy. So maybe Nate Hobbs can get a little bit healthier as well. Appreciate that like, Drunken Guy. Appreciate you liking the live. James Johnson, good Sunday to you. I see you. Trey, what do you think about Tyreek Hill injury? Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, man. I don't know if any of you guys saw that injury live. I didn't see it. I didn't watch the game live, so I missed it. So that was nasty. That was probably one of the more nastiest injuries, and I saw still photos. So still photos definitely give you a different perspective look. Because it freezes the frame, so you get to see how his leg and everything was bent the wrong way. I see you, Raider Nation. Let's go Raiders. Just to let you know, Brock Bowers is out, Raider Man Jones. I appreciate the gift, too. He will not play today versus the Colts. I appreciate the like. But, yeah, that was a nasty injury. Tyreek Hill. I feel bad for the young fellow. I mean, he's not young, but he's young compared to me. He's like, 30, 31. Yeah, Houston in the house. What's up, H-Town? Appreciate that. Texans in the house. Texans are visiting the Ravens. I picked the Texans to win that game too. But yeah, that Tyreek Hill injury was very devastating. According to his agent Drew Rosenhaus, he's going to be ready and try to be able to play in 2026. But I was reading reports from doctors saying just because of the magnitude of that injury, he could possibly be out for 2 years. That is, I fear you. What's up, 5-star Julian, Packers fan in the house? Appreciate you popping in. So that definitely got me to thinking of some of the more gruesome injuries. Sports Rumble with Ryan says he's not going to be fully ready to. I agree, but you know his agent, obviously you want to put positive things in the universe, but considering the magnitude of that injury, I mean the good thing about it is he didn't have any nerve damage. That's the good thing about it. He suffered no nerve damage, but again, his it's going to be an uphill battle to get him ready. He won't be ready. I don't think he'll be ready for next season, but let him tell it. He will. Sports Rumble says, "Trust me, I got the positive spin from Drew, but I've worked in sports media, so I understand spin. I do too. I'm glad you brought that up, Sports Rumble with Ryan. I worked in sports media too. Just to give you guys my background, I worked in television news and sports. I was a sports news and sports video journalist. That's my background. For over 25 years, I worked in the industry, covering. I'm in Texas, so I'm in Tyler. So I covered the Dallas Cowboys as far as sports wise. I went to cover their training camp since they were in Wichita Falls, Oxnard, San Antonio. So I definitely know about what you just said, the spin. Yeah, I get it. We know. I was a board op at a radio station out of Miami, and there were some big names at that studio. I get it. So you and I, we even though I'm sitting here talking this talk, my background is television news, sports, video journalism. And I did a little something in front of the camera. Appreciate that follow too, Sports Rumble with Ryan. And I did some high school coverage, high school sports a little bit here in East Texas. Again, I'm in Tyler, Texas. If you don't know where that is, I'm an hour and a half east of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and I am an hour west of Shreveport, Louisiana, and about 3.5 hours north of H-Town. So just to give you an idea where I'm at. So again, that's what we got going on, man. And this Cleveland Browns Vikings game is 17-14. The Browns are still up. What's up, my good brother Steve Jackson, watching me on Facebook? He done put his picks in the comments. I appreciate you putting it in the comments, but you didn't have to do that, brother. But I got you. He putting his picks for week 5. He has the Colts winning by 14. He has the Ravens winning by 6. He has the Cowboys winning by 20. He has the Broncos winning by 3. And he has the Chargers winning by 4. And the Lions winning by 6. He doesn't put scores. He just put how much the team going to win by. Don't ask me why he does that, but that's what he does. Do you think the Bears could make the playoffs as a Packers fan? I think it's going to be tough for them. And I'm just being honest with you, but I think they definitely they probably gonna win 8 or 9 games. I think it's gonna be tough for them because I think the NFC North is gonna have 2 teams come out of that division, possibly 3, like we did last year. But I don't think I think the Bears would be the odd team out, in my opinion. The Bears, as hoping for a Browns win, they're looking better than how they are described. They definitely look better offensively with Dillon Gabriel under center. I said that eventually Joe Flacco will be on the bench, and I said week 5, and lo and behold, I got it right. I said by week 5, Joe Flacco would be on the bench, and sure enough, that's where he is. But Dillon Gabriel has looked pretty solid, man, in his first start. Salute. We'll see what happens. I agree. I just think Dillon's going to play the rest of the year. Barring injury, Sports Rumble with Ryan, I agree. Barring any injury, Dillon Gabriel is going to be the starter going forward. And that's good for the Browns. Again, Joe Flacco wasn't going to be the future for this team anyway. He was just kind of like fix a flat. When you get a flat tire and you might not have a spare, But you can go you got enough air to get some fixer flat. That's all Joe Flacco was. He was just fixer flat for these doggone Bears. But like I said, you and me should connect because I'm trying. Hey man, hit me in the hit me. I'll follow you back. Sports Run with Ryan. Hit me in the message. Definitely. I think we could do something. Maybe do some collaborations or something like that. Do something together. I'm down with that for sure. So again, NFL Week 5. Got some good games coming up. Now let's talk about some of these noon kickoff games. Again, Raiders 1-3 at the Colts 3-1. Who was surprised by the Colts? Who? Raise your hand if you surprised the 3-1 Colts with Indiana Jones, Daniel Jones. I am freaking surprised how good the Colts have played thus far. And you can thank my boy Chris, because Chris is how I feel. Oh, okay. What up? I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate the love. What's up, Philip? Good Sunday to you. But again, raise both your hands if you're surprised at the Colts. 3-1. I know I am. Now Daniel Jones is like, he's somewhat resurrected his career because, the Giants was trying to make him a doggone tight end or wide receiver or something. And lo and behold, Anthony Richardson's day in Indianapolis is a wrap. You can probably say that. His days as a Colts quarterback, he probably out of there. Sports Rumble says, I'm very surprised because Daniel Jones was hot trash in New York. He was. Again, they were even trying to make him a safety or something. Had him on the practice squad, on the scout team. What's up, Chris? Already go, no problem. Go Broncos from Temple, Texas. I know where you at, Chris. Cowboys or the Jets? I'm picking the Jets to get their first win over the Cowboys today. Speaking of my NFL Week 5 Pick 6 games, here they are. Again, the Raiders 1-3 at the Colts 3-1. The Texans 1-3 at the Ravens 1-3. The Cowboys 1-2-1 at the New York Jets 0-4. The Broncos 2-2 at the defending Super Bowl champs Eagles 4-0. The Commanders 2-2. They get Jaden Daniels back at quarterback at the LA Chargers 3-1. Chargers trying to recover from that bad loss to the Giants last week. The Lions 3-1. They probably one of the hottest teams in the league between them and the Bills and Eagles. They the hot team. And they had the struggling Bengals 2-2. So those are my NFL Week 5 Pick 6 games. I got the Colts beating the Raiders. I do have them beating the Raiders. Wait, I think I wrote my scores down. I don't know where I wrote them down at, but I do have them beating the Raiders. I do have the Texans over the Ravens as well. I have the Cowboys losing to the Jets and Aaron Glenn getting his first win as a head coach. That Broncos Eagles, but I gotta go with the Eagles at home. What's up? Yeah, I gotta go with them at home. So I'm going with the Eagles over the Broncos. I think that's going to be a close one, though. The Commanders at the Chargers. I think the Chargers going to, they a little banged up on the offensive line, but I think they're going to get it together. And I think they're going to get the win over the Commanders and the Lions at the Bengals. I think the Lions are going to smash Cincinnati. I just think the Lions going to smash them. You got the Commanders. I got the Chargers at home. I think. Yeah, but I think the Lions gonna smash the Bengals, man. I think what is his name? Jake Browning, the quarterback for the Bengals. He ain't it. So he ain't it. Again, we got 4 teams on a bye. That's the Atlanta Falcons, the Chicago Bears, my Green Bay Packers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So there you have it. So any other big news happening right now? Nope, not really. Again, with all these injuries, man, that's the thing. Like I said, the Cowboys are limping into New York with a ton of injuries. Defensively, they ain't got it. Speaking of defensively, I got to talk about my Packers for a second. I think we were reading too many headlines and reading on social media, and we had players talking about Super Bowl this and Super Bowl that. And we ain't even got out of September. I think we got ahead of ourselves. That Browns game, we sputtered around and messed around and let them get that win. And my good brother Michael Coleman, KOTV Sports Director here in Tyler, Texas, he says the Broncos pick interesting. I hadn't picked one, but I said I think the Eagles are going to win that one. I think it's going to be tight though. I think it's going to be tight. But back to my Packers. So man, my thing is this week, this bye week probably couldn't have came at a better time. And he's got all that because that one who Jackson just stood. Yeah. But like I was saying, Jackson Dart's gotta learn one thing, and that's how to slide. He learned that. I agree with that. The Cowboys finally got a number one receiver. Lamb is too small. Nah, Lamb has been that dude. No, I ain't gonna say he's too small. Lamb has been that dude. I mean, you look at what he's done, his production the last 3 years. He's been catching over 100 balls. So he ain't really been injury prone up until, that. I mean, so I ain't gonna say Lamb too small. Because he's when you talk about top 5, top 6 receivers, he's definitely in that conversation, the guy that killed us last Sunday was the night was George Pickens. He was picking our doggone cornerbacks apart. He produces in the slot though. It don't matter where you produce at. You could be on the slot on outside the numbers. You could be in the backfield. As long as you produce. I don't care where you line up. As long as you can catch the football and you put some pressure on that secondary. So yeah, I think that's the one good thing that the Cowboys have done with CD is they know how to move him around. I think that's one of the strengths of him playing in that offense. So I ain't got a problem with him being in the slot and producing. But they're gonna need a whole lot of George Pickens to in about 38 minutes, because they ain't got CD, they ain't got Cavante Turpin, so now they got to depend on them other guys to step up against a Jets team that I'm sure Aaron Glenn got them pumped up. Being Aaron Glenn, former A&M Aggie, he's from Texas, I believe, so he got them boys ready to play. Yeah, he's trying to get that first win. He's trying to get out that loss column. So again, that kicks off that Cowboys at Jets kicks off at noon. A lot of the good games we have are at noon. Then the Sunday night game is a good one, an AFC East division rival between the Patriots at the Bills. That'll be somewhat of a homecoming, so to speak, for Stephon Diggs, who had some good years in Buffalo, so he'll be returning back to Buffalo. I feel that, but number one, don't adjust to get advantage. They make defenses adjust, in my opinion. I hear you, Chris. I get it, but we'll see. Pickens does that a little better to be. Yeah, it depends. Pickens show what he can do. Pickens got the talent. He definitely got the size too. He showed what he could do last Sunday. So again, will he be able to do that in about 28, 26 minutes? Because now the defense is going to probably roll coverage to Pickens because they know CD Lamb's out. Cavante Turpin is out. He's going to be that dude. Jake Ferguson is probably going to have to step it up a little bit. I'm sure Dak is going to be using him. Maybe they going to try to run the football, but again, the Cowboys' offensive line is banged up big time, so they're going to have to figure it out. So, all right, we getting down here to the last 6 minutes. We got to talk about that breaking story that went down, ladies and gentlemen, last night. If you missed it, if you didn't see, about NFL Fox Sports analyst Mark Sanchez. Yeah, he was supposed to call this Raiders Colts game, but he got into a little bit of a confrontation down there. In anybody that lives in Indianapolis, in that popular business district, well, it's an update to this story now. We got some details on what went down. Affidavit has been released, and basically Sanchez confronted this 69-year-old male truck driver that was making a delivery at a loading dock. Basically was telling the truck driver he can't park there. Then he got aggressive with the 69-year-old male truck driver. The male truck driver had some pepper spray, sprayed him in the face. It didn't work. He kept coming at him. He eventually pushed this truck delivery driver into a dumpster and was giving him the business. And then the truck driver pulled out a knife and stabbed him in the chest a couple of times. Then was able to get Sanchez off of him, and then he took off. then eventually he would have to be taken to the hospital. That is Sanchez. And he is now charged with 3 misdemeanors, battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication. He has a hearing set for Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. I think he has a $300 bond. But yes, he was stabbed and arrested and faces 3 misdemeanor charges. Mark Sanchez, former number 5 pick, 2009 NFL draft of the New York Jets, played 9 seasons in the league. He took the Jets to 2 back-to-back AFC championships. He probably most remembered for the butt fumble. I'm sure that's what most people. What's up, Paul? Go Pack, go. They remember him from. But he's now a Fox Sports NFL analyst, and he was scheduled to call this Raiders Colts game. He's in stable condition in the hospital, and that's not going to happen. So my thoughts on this. I want to see what Fox Sports going to do. Will he still have a gig? Should he still have a gig? Well, all I know is if my is out there getting intoxicated and can't handle his drink, we definitely know he won't be in the booth in 30 minutes calling this Colts Raiders game. And I'm just trying to figure out why he thought he had to confront this truck driver. What kind of what kind of doggone liquor was Mark Sanchez drinking? Whatever that was, I don't want none of that. Whatever liquor Mark Sanchez was drinking, somebody tell me, because I don't want that. I'm gonna tell the bartender, hey, what was that drink Mark Sanchez had? Oh no, I don't want that, bartender. Give me something else. Because that gonna have me out here committing doggone misdemeanors. Somebody said, what'd you say? Chris said Ripple. Yeah, that didn't even make Fred G. Sanford that like that when Fred was drinking Ripple. But I'm gonna tell the bartender, nah, player, nah, I'm cool on them. They're gonna name a drink after Mark Sanchez. Watch. Oh, y'all got that Sanchez? They gonna name a drink after Mark Sanchez. They gonna call it the Sanchez. Anyway, all right. I'm done. I'm making light of something that's really serious, though. The truck driver did sustain injuries, by the way, but he wasn't taken to the hospital. But again, Sanchez will have to stand before court on Tuesday. There is a hearing, I believe at 8:30 a.m. And he has I think they said his bond at like $500, something like that. So we'll keep you posted, man, on that story and others that come up later on in the NFL. So again, we're about 30 minutes away, ladies and gentlemen, from NFL Week 5 getting kicked off. Two sticks to the chest is what I would name it. Doggo, Chris, you wow. But again, we in Week 5. I would say this, man. I said this always. You know, people want to say who's the best right now, who's the worst. I always say wait till we get to Week 8 in the NFL season. That's when the pretenders would the contenders would distance themselves from the pretenders. So again, come Week 8, we're gonna do a show. We're going to really see, where the dust is settled, because most of the time, by that time, that's halfway through the season. You can pretty much figure out what team is really good and what team is just is bad. So that's my thoughts on that. But again, we got some good games coming up in the 12 o'clock window. Check it out. Again, Raiders at the Colts, Texans, Cowboys at the Jets, Broncos at the Eagles are all in that 12 o'clock window. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't followed me here on TikTok, make sure you follow me, Kendrick Henderson 51. Also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channels, those channels are Kendrick Sports Hustle. That's SporTZ, HUSTLE, as well as TFG Sports Media. Doesn't cost you a dime. You can follow them both on Facebook as well, and you can follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969. And I am on the road to 3,000 followers on TikTok. Y'all, your boy get there. I'm almost there. And my next goal is to get to 5,000 followers on TikTok by February, by the Super Bowl. So y'all help your boy out. Y'all follow me on TikTok. I'm almost at 3,000 followers. And I appreciate the love on TikTok for real. And then last but certainly not least, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you got the women in your lives, your wives, your girlfriends, your sisters, your mothers, your daughters, make sure they getting those tatas checked annually, annual mammograms. I'm big, and the reason why I lost my mother, my late mother, this month, October 27th, years. I lost my mother to stage 4 metastatic breast cancer at the young age of 53. So I am a big proponent, a big spokesperson for breast cancer awareness. So you guys make sure the women in your lives, whatever, be that support system for them. Make sure they're getting them tatas checked, man, because early detection is key. Early detection is key. If you find it early, they can cure it. So that's my PSA for the day. Before I get out of here, I want to thank everybody on TikTok for hollering at your boy. Y'all make sure y'all come check me out every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can also catch me on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And every now and then through the week, I'll pop up and do something live too, to do some breaking news. Kyle, he says, what a beautiful man cave. I cannot tell a lie, Kyle. It is actually a still image that I'm running through my green screen. But this is going to be my real man cave once I get my dollars up. You feel me? It's going to be my real one. Kyle, appreciate the gift too. So again, you guys enjoy your NFL Super Bowl Sunday, but your NFL football Sunday. And again, we're in the fourth quarter over in London. The Browns are holding to a 3-point lead with 1:10 left, and the Vikings are driving. And we're going to see what's happening. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, man, still a beautiful image, brother. Let's go already. I appreciate that, Rose 2 Sports Rumble with Ryan. Make sure you'll hit me up in my DM. Let's try to figure something out, do a collaboration, something like that, all right? So, again, you guys enjoy the rest of your NFL Sunday. You'll catch me back here this coming Saturday, 10 a.m., and also next Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, too, as well, all right? Peace, love, and light. I'm out. All right, YouTube and Facebook, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate my good brother Steve Jackson, my good brother Michael Coleman, my good man Alex McGee. Appreciate you watching me here, man. Make sure y'all follow me. Y'all check me out on TikTok. It goes down over there. You know, I get a lot of love over there. That's why you don't really see me a whole lot, only on Sundays live over here, because YouTube and Facebook, I don't be getting the viewers and the watch and the eyeballs. But I'm on my road to 3,000 followers on TikTok. So if you haven't followed me over there, please follow me over here on TikTok. And again, my goal is to get to 5,000 followers on TikTok by February, by the Super Bowl. So let's make it happen. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your NFL Sunday. Again, Cowboys at the Jets. It kicks off here in about 26 minutes. And we'll see you on the flip side. And as always, we'll see you on the next report and next Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm out. Deuces.